Chair now recognizes Ms. Cherfilus-McCormick for 5 minutes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for being here.
Yes.
It's truly an honor to have you here, and thank you so much for your service. I wanted to start off with talking about the pipeline and recruitment. Congress and the department has placed significant focus on recruiting individuals from a variety of backgrounds from across the United States with recruitment events all over the country, fellowships designed better attractive individuals and historically excluded groups, and thanks to the provisions passed into law by Congress, offering a large number of paid internships at the department to create more opportunities for individuals from different socioeconomic backgrounds. Data studies conducted by GAO and the department and others suggest that these efforts have a positive impact on diversity at the entry level. It seems like there's an underlying assumption by our Republican counterparts that assumes that diversity and inclusion somehow diminishes or undermines excellence and merit. Could you please speak to the positive attributes, and does it in fact undermine excellence and merit when it comes to recruitment?
Well, I look at this committee as a wonderful example of a range of diversity of backgrounds, of views, of experiences, and how much richer the discussion has been because of it. The Department of State is exactly the same. In order to bring the widest array of recommendations, proposals, possibilities for solutions to the many, many challenges that our nation currently faces, we need a wide array of perspectives and views and lived experience and background to help us engage and serve the American people and our national security interests. That's just fact.
So then it's a fallacy that diversity and inclusion undermines merit and excellence.
Absolutely.
Also, I wanted to talk about the promotion and retention. Promotion and retention of lower-level staff has repeatedly been identified as significant challenges for the department, including as contributing factors for the lack of diversity at the mid and senior levels. Challenges posed by the diplomatic career on family and personnel, insufficient opportunities for skills development and career advancement, accountability for bullying and harassment, and efforts by previous administration to crack down on employees perceived to have differing political views have all contributed to this challenge. In response, the department set up a retention unit specifically tasked with looking at the obstacles to retaining talent and the department's investment in significant resources in developing the purpose-appropriate reforms. Promotion rates have repeatedly been identified by the GAO and various think tanks and former diplomats as shortcomings that have hamstringed the department's ability to retain a more diverse workforce and ensure that there are ample opportunities to access. Can you explain some of your work in the office is doing for retention?
So our office absolutely supports the retention unit, which is housed in Global Talent Management. It's in our HR department as opposed to ours. But we partner. Our climate survey certainly helped inform some of the questions that the retention unit is working from and on. We started a review of those who had already left the department that was funded by my office to help set that baseline. What questions need to be asked? Where are the challenges that people leaving prematurely, what are they finding? Because the reality is if people leave before we're getting our full muster from them, we are not using taxpayer money that it takes to train them, to house them, to send them around, to have them be excellent representatives of the United States. So we are working hard to fix our retention problem.
You started to speak a little bit about how it's difficult to be promoted, especially through the relationships. And as I've been traveling on different codels and spoke to different people, specifically the women have spoken about how difficult it is to be promoted. Now, these women were of all different backgrounds, all different colors. Could you please speak to why it's so difficult for them?
I can't speak to individual cases. We all have our own experiences and challenges, all of us, male, female, et cetera. You know, it may be that women traditionally take on that burden of managing family as well as profession, and in the Department of State, and particularly when you're traveling around the world, it is hard. We are looking into that specifically and in cooperation with one of our employee organizations as well.
Well, the women specifically talked about the ability to know about opportunities, how to execute jobs, just having the relationship with senior staff members.
Yes, so this is one of the ways that as a senior manager, when we talk about DEIA and what you can do about it, it is ensuring that you are connecting and supporting, developing your more junior staff, not because they remind you of you or that you went to the same school or come from the same state, but that you are being equitable in your counseling, in your mentoring, in your sponsoring, helping people get jobs, helping people get the training that will set them up for career progression. So these are things that we are looking for from our leaders and our mid-level managers.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.